especially in the frequency range from 10 to 500 hertz is present. And what happens is there is vibration usually affects the hands and arms, okay, and affect the hands and arms, and this will lead into the disease known as the HAVS, okay. And in this there will be like the hand will be white in color, okay, and there will be like loss of grip, and there will be loss of sensation like that. And also whole body vibration is felt in the seats and the heavy vehicles. Now another is the ultraviolet radiation. Occupational exposure to ultraviolet radiation occurs mainly in the welding, okay, like it is on skin. There will be like thickening of the skin, darkening, and even the cancers of the skin can occur. And radiation mainly affects the eyes also, okay, and it can also lead into the welder's flash. It is known as the welder's flash, and that is the keratitis present in the eyes, okay, and it can also lead into the conjunctivitis. And another is the ionizing radiation, okay. In this type of the physical hazard, ionizing radiation has increasing application in the medicine and the industry, like in the radiological department, the x-rays are present and x-rays are done, and that is also one of the physical hazards, okay. So in this radiation hazards, it can lead into genetic changes and malformation, and cancers, leukemia, ulceration, and sterility. And also because of all these things, the death can also occur, okay. And there is like a usually in the radiological department, and people, I know, in the people who are exposed with all those radiation, they usually carry the one card, okay, that is known as a dosimeter, okay. And that dosimeter, I annually they are sent to the this International Commission of Radiological Protection Center, where they will just measure that, okay. And it is required that in that portion, you know, that employees, the exposure, the radiational exposure should be like less than 5 rem per year, okay, that is required. Otherwise there is chances of hazards, okay. And another is, after the physical hazards, now we are talking about the chemical hazards, okay. So there is hardly any industry which does not make use of the chemicals. There are so many factories who are using the chemicals, okay, and it is definitely all the kick, but like some are very much toxic also. And while working with the chemicals, it can like act in different ways, you know, like we can get it can act like locally, it can act and by the ingestion or by the inhalation, okay. This chemical agent act in these three ways. So now talking about the local action, okay. The occupational dermatitis is a big problem in the industry, okay. That is one of the very much common problem, dermatitis. But also other things can also occur. So by irritant action, like some chemicals like all those alkalis and machine oils, they can lead into dermatitis, eczema, ulcer, and even cancer. And by allergic action, like from the formaldehyde, it can lead into dermatitis. And another is by absorption causing systemic effect, like from the dyes, okay. This aniline dyes is one of the very much dangerous chemical, okay. So from that there is chances of having the carcinoma. And from the inhalation, okay, there are different type of the gases, like asphyxiating gases, anesthetic gases, okay. And it is like very much harmful for us, okay. These gases are very much harmful. So another is from the metals, okay. And the mode of entry of the metals or its compound is by inhalation or even by the ingestion also. there are different type of industrial physician should be aware of the toxic effects of like lead, arsenic, okay, cobalt, mercury, like that. These are like metal compounds and we have to be cautious about this thing. And and another is the biological hazards. Okay, these biological hazards are usually faced in hospitals. These biological hazards are usually faced in the lab. Okay, in the lab they are usually facing with the biological hazards. And along with talking about with the hospitals, in the other fields also, like in the poultry, I know, and also in the agriculture workers, they are facing with the biological hazards. So now the worker may be exposed to the infective agent and also to the parasitic agents like different diseases. You know, the one of the common is the tetanus and also the fungal infection and other like brucellosis, leptospirosis, anthrax, and hydatidosis. Okay, so these are the different disease from the biological hazards. Next is the mechanical hazards. Okay, around like 10% of the accidents in industry are said to be due to the mechanical cause. Okay, all those like not proper machines. Because of that, the employees are facing with the accident. The mechanical hazards in industry center around machinery or protruding and moving parts like that. Okay, like damaged protruding or damaged moving parts. Because of that, the accidents are usually occurring. Now another is the this psychosocial hazards. There are like these are like due to the failure of the worker to develop a healthy relationship with his co-workers or employers or management or like supervisor. They are usually in all the occupation. You know, in all the occupation, definitely there is some conflicts. There is like misunderstanding and everything like that, and there will be like a psychosocial hazards. Okay, like psychosocial factors like frustration, lack of job satisfaction, emotional unhappiness, irritability, anxiety, hazards. There is like a terminology known as the psychosomatic ill health. Okay, do you have got any idea about that? Psychosomatic one को क्यों? What do you understand by psychosomatic? Psychosomatic, do you know? Okay. কি মানে? Yes, I know, but like what happens is from the like psychological stress. I know. I hope you know that there is like other diseases that can occur. Okay, like for example, peptic ulcer, you know, severe gastritis, then leading to peptic ulcer and severe headache. Okay, like that, and definitely hypertension, and from that all complications also like that. That is what is known as the psychosomatic ill health. So that is the thing. So now um, another topic is like prevention of occupational disease. So listen, I think I'll just conclude to this much only. Okay, and from next lecture I'll be continuing the rest. And on the next lecture I'll be talking about this preventive portion. Okay, preventive prevention of the occupational diseases, and then we'll start with the diseases. Okay, like different occupational disease, we'll begin with that. Okay, so is it clear? Is there any confusion in today's lecture? So please, I want all of you to go through this topic. Okay, you can either go with the Suryakanta, or you can just go through the park book. At least read. Okay, go through the book. This occupational health is very much important, and today's lecture, it is just the introduction portion only about the occupational health. Okay, from the next lecture we'll begin with the disease. Okay, so that is all for today.